Hello and welcome to Pod Meets World. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.
And this week we're discussing the episode... The Pink Flamingo Kid. This episode originally aired February 16th, 1996, attracting unknown viewership because, again, I couldn't find it on the interwebs. Number one movie in America this week. Any guesses?
Is it still The Broken Arrow from
It's
last
still
week?
Broken Arrow. Number one television show in America this week?
ER.
It is still
Okay.
ER. WWF champion at the time.
Still Bret Hart.
It is indeed. WCW champion at the time.
Is it Ric
It's
Flair?
It is Ric Flair.
yeah. That's what was said last week. So
And
It's
number one song in America this week.
The one particular one with that lady singer and Boys to Men?
It is One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men.
I'll
Yeah.
never remember the name of the song.
No, you won't. And for video games, there were no notable releases yet again. Though we are getting close to a major one.
Yay!
Actually, we're getting close to a few major ones. But, however, in this episode, wanting to reconnect with his father, Sean seeks a way to wish his father a nice happy birthday. Corey proposes that they make a video birthday card where they go down to the trailer park and videotape all of Chet's family wishing him a happy birthday. Sean likes the idea. When they board the equipment, Mr. Williams tells them of a news documentary competition where they could enter a video. Corey wants to, but promised Sean to work on his video birthday card, so he reluctantly decides to do that instead. After a colorful encounter with Sean's Uncle Mike, Grandma Hunter, and the rest of his family, Corey and Sean are wrapping up their stuff when Eddie, another resident of the trailer park, comes up. He wants to know why he was excluded from the video, but Sean says that he should just buzz off. Sensing the tension between them, Corey leaves with Sean as fast as he can. While reviewing the tape later on, Corey notices that Eddie has a stolen laptop in one of the shots. He wants to use that story to enter the competition, but Sean is opposed to the idea, ruining the tape and handing it back to Corey. The next day at school, things aren't any better. Demanding an apology, Corey picks a fight with Sean, thinking that he's jealous of Corey's talent. After serving detention for the fight, Corey heads straight to the trailer park despite Sean's protests. At the trailer park, Corey is getting great video. Unfortunately, he makes too much noise and Eddie catches him. Eddie destroys the camera and is about to beat up Corey when Sean intervenes, jumping off a goddamn trailer. Why was he up there? Does he think he's Batman?
Yes.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Destroys the camera. Sean tells Eddie to back off, revealing that he and Eddie are half-brothers. After Eddie leaves, Corey's astounded that Sean has a brother. Sean says it doesn't matter because Corey is really his family. Meanwhile, Feeney makes some money by getting junk from his attic appraised. Eric raids the house for anything to get appraised. Wanting it to be cleaned, Alan and Amy don't tell him how it is really a scam, at least they think. When they finally do after everything is cleaned, Eric doesn't listen and goes away. It turns out there's a wooden mask in the attic that they bought from him for $4,000. Eric is really excited until Mr. Feeney enters, looking for that very mask to be appraised, and Eric tries to buy it off him for $500, which, I mean, that's pretty shrewd for Eric, but ends up having to hand Feeney the entire $4,000.
Yeah.
Even though Eric thought he was a millionaire because he had $4,000.
$4,000. I'm a millionaire. God damn it.
Yes. So what did y'all think of this episode?
I think it's fairly good, but I think the biggest thing... They really titled it this? Really?
Yes.
They just titled it because of one particular thing that you never even mentioned because it was so tiny?
Oh yeah, he buys the Pink Flamingo, but that's not what...
Well, it's a case of... During the scene when Eric is getting all the stuff from his parents' place, Corey and Sean are about to walk out with a box of some particular stuff that's there, and Eric buys a Pink Flamingo off of Sean for, I think...
Yeah, he buys it off Sean.
Yeah, buys it off him for
$60.
some.
I don't know.
A sum. It's
A sum of money.
like...
I don't know.
It's like, okay, there's a flamingo. Why is it? Oh my gosh, that's
So-
the name of the episode. Why?
So, that's not why they titled it that. It's a reference to another movie called The Flamingo Kid, which is from 1984. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
So, anything else about this particular episode?
No, as it is with the moral and theme of the episode, it fits, and it is the A's. That poor camera, though.
I thought the bickering was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
When?
The lack of communication, but I mean, like, Sean not explaining to Corey that, it's family, and also Corey thinking, oh, hey, we can just do a report on this because, I don't know, there's stolen property here, might catch a bad guy. Didn't he not learn his lesson from, the janitor?
Episodes. Well, somebody had to be hit with the dent stick, but still, it was stupid.
With the janitor thing, they were morally right.
Nah.
True.
So, Corey didn't need to learn a lesson there because he did do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can argue... I don't think you can really argue that because dude was leaving early and effectively scamming the city out of money.
Fair.
Nah.
Yes.
And if it does assist, there's the case of he did get hired back as the assistant for Mr. Feeney.
He was fired. He was hired as Mr. Feeney's secretary, yes. Sean's kind of an idiot, but that's fine.
No.
Because, this is effectively a show for kids.
What?
Yeah.
So, it's fine.
And then, of course, Sean's family. Oh, man. How is it that we could get all these particular people together within this video and whatnot without them being concerned about it? All their faces are blacked out, the voices are modulated.
Put a hunter in a situation where they feel comfortable. So good.
Black out all their faces, change their voices.
I also love Uncle Mike. He's like... Corey asked him how he's doing. He's like, what do you know? And he's like, nothing. I'm doing great. So good. I want more Uncle Mike. Because Uncle Mike is the best. Why would you make copies?
Will we see more of him?
I don't remember. And I didn't look it up.
Okay.
Hopefully, but I wouldn't hold my breath. So if there's nothing else about this episode, next week we'll be discussing the episode Life Lessons. Tensions run high as exam week looms near. When Mr. Finney refuses to alter the exam schedule, a group of students trash his house and the school. So until next week, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.